Tonight, two new polls show the race for California governor is wide open with just a few months until the June primary. CBS LA political reporter Tom Waite live in Burbank now with the new frontrunners and fear among Democrats that the crowded field could doom the party in the general election. Tom.
And good evening to you, Pat. That's right. State Democratic leaders are very nervous because of the way California's primaries are set up. The top two go on to the general election. But state Democratic leaders are concerned because there are so many candidates on the Democratic side that they could be locked out of the general election. A crowded field of Democrats and two high-polling Republicans. The governor's race is wide open. And in California's primary system, only the top two vote-getters in the June primary go on to compete in the November general election. That means Democrats, who typically win around 60% of the vote in statewide races, could end up being locked out of the race in November if too many Democrats divide up the vote.
The challenge could be that Democrats, in splitting up their 60% of the pie, split it up in such small pieces. In that scenario, the two Republicans getting 20% each or something close to that could end up getting the top two spots.
The two Republicans polling in the top two spots up until this week are conservative commentator Steve Hilton and Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco. But two new polls show a shift, giving Democrats some hope. According to a UC Berkeley Politico poll, Republican Steve Hilton holds the top spot with 19%. Tom Steyer, a Democrat and billionaire businessman, at 13%. Northern California Congressman Eric Swalwell, 11%. GOP Sheriff Bianco now at 11%. Former Orange County Democratic Congresswoman Katie Porter also at 11%. Former State Attorney General and Secretary of Health and Human Services under President Biden, Javier Becerra, at 5%. 17% of voters are undecided. A new Emerson College poll has similar results, with Swalwell and Hilton in the top two spots.
The ones that seem to be really making it through are the MSNBC stars, right? Eric Swalwell, Katie Porter, they have this sort of larger-than-life personality, but not a whole lot of accomplishments to show for within the state of California. They've been members of Congress.
The chair of California's Democratic Party warned last week that if Democrats with low poll numbers stay in the race, the party could face disaster.
That definitely rustled some feathers, because all of the folks down at the bottom of that list that are polling low are all of the candidates of color. So certainly this caused quite a reaction throughout California's Democratic Party in the past week.
For candidates, breaking through may be tough. Polls show many people are undecided. Voters like Daniel Tamai of Burbank are feeling political fatigue.
I'm usually plugged in with politics, but I think I've unplugged for a variety of reasons. So I'm not aware of the current polling at all. I think there's too many names from what I understand. The field is too big, so I think it needs to be culled down a little bit, so I think then people will dial in.
One major move that really opened up the governor's race is when last year Vice President Kamala Harris announced she was not going to run, and then we saw so many Democrats entering the race. Reporting from Burbank, I'm Tom Waite. Back to you in the studio.